Hello, today what we'll be doing is we're going to be doing variables and scopes for variables. Variables contain a value which can be used anywhere on the code. For example, here's an example of a variable. You just put var, the name, let's put no. Then after that, we just put equal and the value. So we can make the value 100, bam. Then what we can do is we can have a console dot log, console.log, console.log. Then all we need to do is enter no, and then as you see, it puts in the value 100. So this is how they essentially work. You can put in a value, you can assign them a value, then once that happens, what you can do is you can change the value and even also reuse the variable. So they're pretty handy. Pretty handy. So there's one thing technically they cannot actually go like to all the code. It really depends on where they are. Let me show you an example. If we write a function and you do this though. Here's the thing. If we do var, let's clear this. If we do var n equal 900, then after that what we can do is now if we go out, I can show you, because then we're going to make it so that when it's called, it will automatically console.log itself. Okay. Then as you can see here, all we need to do is we need to call name and then do this. Then what you'll notice is console. Wait, clear for a second. Then see, puts name. But here's the catch. Now, let me just copy this. You put the n. Let's put the n piece. Can't put in the n piece. Oh, that's why. But anyways, now you have that. So if you were to do this, clear it. Okay, and as you can see, there's an error. N is not defined, which means that essentially it can't access it here. So, how's that happening? Well, it's very simple. If you call a variable in a function, what will happen is it'll only be available to the function. Which means that if you go out, it won't be able, if you do it again outside, it won't be able to access the variable inside the function. That's what's called a local scope. That means that it's only available to the function that's in. But there's a global scope. A global scope is when you put a var outside. Now, just for reasons, I'm just going to make it a little bit different. I'm going to make it go to 90. Then I'm going to clear it. Then I'm going to run it. See, there's 90. But it's not running. Oh yeah. Then also you also have to run. You also need to run name. Do this. Okay. Then clear it. Then as you see, 990. So this one from the function. This is the one from the variable. Now, there's one final thing to test. That is, if we remove it here and put it in here. Now, clear it. Then if we do this and do this, how do we get this to work now? Now I'm just going to put var 7. Change it then. Okay. Then as you can see though, it puts 9 undefined. So this also means that if you try and try to use a variable before it's defined, it'll be undefined because again you use it before it was defined, so technically it won't exist. But that's the third scope. The third scope is practically if it's behind, then you won't be able to use it. And then the final scope is just a global scope, which is practically just a variable which if you put it outside of a function and stuff like that, like at the very top line, then what will happen is practically everything below it will be able to use that variable. And to define that, I'm just going to do oh no. Okay. But you get what I mean here. So really that's all that variables really are. And also that is the 3 scopes for the variables. Hope you enjoyed.